Hi, I'm Charlie from CookingSecretsForMen.com. Recently, here in Milwaukee, I met a young man named Dominic the Food Reviewer and does only positive food reviews, restaurant reviews. He must be doing something right because he's got 15,000 followers on Facebook, and he also has a YouTube channel and a recently launched website on DominicEats.com. I was invited to join Dominic, his mom and dad, Annie and Matt, on an excursion to Maxie Southern here in Milwaukee. Dominic was going to do a positive restaurant review, and I was going to interview Dominic and recreate something delicious off Maxie's menu. Dominic was treated like royalty. They had a table reserved for us in the front of the restaurant in the window. He met the chef, Jacob Schick, who prepared a feast for us to sample. 5 appetizers, 5 main courses, and 2 desserts. Big old plates. People stopped at our table and told Dominic how much they enjoyed his reviews. It was a very cool evening to be in the company of a celebrity. So, at the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you some of the incredible dishes that we were served, my interview with Dominic in Maxie's, and then a summary from both of us that we did outside after we ate. And then I'm going to recreate Maxie's stellar shrimp and grits. So as a special surprise, Dominic the Food Reviewer will be joining me to taste the shrimp and grits that I will be recreating from Maxie Southern in Milwaukee. So, here's some video from our evening at Maxie's.
Okay. Oh, I'm trying to think. There's so many
Of course, yeah. Grab a seat. This is our pecan trout, citrus mayo, and apple relish. This is on top of a pecan, sweet potato hash. And then this is one of the probably our most famous combinations. That's why I made sure to put it this way. It's our house smoked brisket and then our white cheddar mac and cheese.
Oh,
Kind of go hand in hand. Have a little bit of the mac, have a little bit of the brisket.
oh, I'll be eating.
What do we have on top here?
It's an andouille sausage. Grilled andouille sausage.
Oh, andouille sausage. What is the andouille sausage?
It's like a spicier smoked pork sausage. So I really like it. It does bring a little bit more heat to it, but it's just a great combination with the sauce.
Wow. Look how nice and succulent that looks.
Yeah, and there's a arugula salad with the citrus vinaigrette next to it.
Oh, how would you describe the ambiance?
I thought Matt was taking off with the jambalaya.
Jambalaya! Jambalaya!
One of the first reviews that we ever had at Maxie's. So this is 16 years ago, but it's one of the things that my owner loves the most. He always says that, said in the review, walking into Maxie's is like walking into a party.
What do you think, Dom? What do you think of the oysters?
You can get a nice juiciness to the shrimp, and it tastes very, 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 very fresh out of the ocean, like right out of the ocean. Like seafood has a nicely seafood flavor, and the juiciness gives it so much character. And there's a nice spin. There's a nice spin to it.
How did you get started doing this?
Oh, so it kind of started by accident. So I have a really deep passion for food, and I used to, or I enjoyed talking about my restaurant experiences each week in my travels, and trying different cuisines and ethnic foods around the U.S. And the nation, and our beautiful culinary city that has so much to offer, from delicious food, vibrant decor, bar, and so much more. And we thought it was going to be grandparents and cousins and family and friends, and it just turned into so much more that I had no clue and never expected. I cannot
slight any restaurants, but where are your favorite places that you've been?
Thank you so much for asking. My favorite restaurant, there's a Mexican restaurant I would highly recommend checking out. It's in Cuddy, right near me where I live. It's down the street. It's called Mexic 103. They do a mix. They do authentic Mexican style food. They do Puerto Rican options, and they do a nice bit of Peruvian. And the chef is very professional and takes his time. His name is Chef Gilberto.
Have you been to Cafe Corazon?
I have been to Cafe Corazon in Bayview.
There's one in Bayview. There's one by my where I used to live in River West.
One of my all-time favorite destinations. This is not just one restaurant. This is like clustered with local chefs. Think of like a traditional food court in a shopping mall or a shopping center that you would see around the state. For example, like Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. That's not what this is. It's the opposite of a traditional food court.
Right.
This is a food hall. And what that is, it's local shops instead of chains that you would think of. It's local, high quality foods you're going to get, which is my favorite destination that's here in Milwaukee. It's called the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Oh yeah.
Inside it was actually a mall.
Yes.
The former the shops at Grand Avenue Shopping Mall and Center back in the day.
That's a very cool place.
And they have so much with food. They even do entertainment. They have entertainment, professional chefs. They do live music. They do trivia nights. And there's so much from the Top Golf simulators where you can golf.
Right.
Like this. And then they have shuffleboard courts where you can bring families and friends.
Right. That's very close to where I live.
And have such a fun time. That is so interesting.
That's what they call a destination.
That is definitely a destination for families, friends.
Yeah. You mentioned cheeseburgers a lot. You must like them.
Cheeseburgers, I do absolutely enjoy cheeseburgers.
Who has the best cheeseburger in town?
I would say there's probably two.
Okay.
I would say Cops.
Okay.
Cops frozen custard.
My son goes to Cops every time he comes to town. He says, I have to go to Cops and get a burger and whatever else he gets.
Oh, who cannot go wrong with Cops? My other favorite burger, in my own opinion, this is Dairyland old-fashioned hamburgers and frozen custard. That is located inside the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Oh, there you go. Another plug for the 3rd Street Market. Very good. Have you been to the Collective on, which is it's a smaller food court. Collective on, what street's it on? It's on North Avenue and Farwell.
Crossroads Collective.
Thank you.
Farwell and
Yes.
North. That is a smaller version of a food hall and marketplace with local chefs. Those are smaller stalls. And then they have a history, a bar right in the center. They call it the Pharmacy because there's history behind that. That was actually a former Oriental Drugs pharmacy store back in the day.
Really?
And it's just so unique how it's so vibrant, very modern. They have tables that you can sit at. They have a couple of counter service vendors, and you can order from some of them, and they have seating areas around, and beautiful murals, and what's called the Black Cat Alley right next door.
All right, yeah. Black Cat now. All right, so we'll be back with Dominic in a little bit. Hi, I'm Charlie from Cooking Secrets for Ben, and this is my friend Dominic. Dominic?
Dominic the Food Reviewer. I am Dominic the Food Reviewer. I want to introduce myself.
So we had the opportunity today to go to Maxie's Southern here in Milwaukee. A lot of great food today. We're with Dom's parents, Matt and Annie, who are here with us. And Dominic, thank you so much. What was your favorite thing about it?
I gotta say the trout for my food experience. You could get the pecans, like the flavorful taste. The elote had a nice zing and spin to it that you can really get in this New Orleans culture of restaurant in Milwaukee.
Well, I like the trout too. Mine was the shrimp and grits, which I'm going to be recreating in a little bit, not today, and then I'm going to post that with this video, and I'm going to send that to you.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you so much.
I deeply appreciate you coming along on this food review. You rock. You have so much food.
Thank you. Well,
experiences.
No, so much food is right.
Who cannot go wrong with Billy?
He's showing off now. He's a skinny guy who eats a lot of food, and he's showing off.
Look how skinny.
So we're going to sign off. So Dominic, thank you so much. Best of luck. Check out Dominic the Food Reviewer. If you're not in Milwaukee, check him out anyway. He's big time. If you're in Milwaukee, you got to follow what he's doing. So we will see you around, and I'll let you know as soon as we get that shrimp and grits up, and it'll be great. Dominic?
Oh, I had such a blast with you, my friend.
Great.
You cannot go wrong with that.
All right, thanks. All right, we're going to now recreate the shrimp and grits from Maxie's. So I've got some oil heating. There's about 3 ounces of pancetta. Pancetta is a dry cured pork belly. Go in, we're going to fry this for about 5 to 7 minutes. All right, as you can see, the pancetta is getting nice and brown. So this is about half of a red onion. And we're going to saute the onion and the pancetta together. About 4 minutes or so. Okay, the onions are softening in addition to the pancetta. So now we add about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic chopped. Add a tablespoon of tomato paste. And these are 3 spices, half a teaspoon of cumin, a quarter teaspoon of cayenne, and a quarter teaspoon of paprika. Everybody in the pool. All right. I'll incorporate all this together, especially with the tomato paste, because this is tomato-based sauce. All right, next we have 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So sprinkle that over top. And you want to stir this so it coats everything. To this, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of white wine. All right, these are a couple of chipotle peppers and adobe sauce. Put those in. This is about a cup of clam broth. Put this all together. And this is 1/3 of a cup of cream. All right, stir that in. Okay, now we're going to turn off the heat and remove it from the heat. Over here. All right, now we're going to make the grits. So we've got 3 tablespoons of butter melting. This is a combination 3/4 of a cup of milk and 1/4 cup of cream. Put that in. You want it to be room temperature or so. Is 1.5 cups of water. Salt and pepper. Bring this to a simmer. And once we do that, we'll stir in the grits. All right, as you can see, it's simmering. We're going to pour in the yellow corn grits. And the reason they use yellow, the chef told me, at Maxie's is they can't get the white ones. Grits are usually made with white, but up north and in the Midwest, using the yellow. All right, so we cook this about 2 minutes and let the grits flow to the surface. All right, we're going to cover it and remove it from the heat. We'll wait until all the moisture has been absorbed. It's about 10 minutes. All right, we're going to finish up. So we've got some oil heating. We've got our sauce we made earlier in the back, right there. And I'm going to show you the polenta. That came out great. So we're going to set this to the side. So in the oil, we've got 2 andouille sausages that I cut into little bite-sized pieces. These are already cooked, so we're just going to get a little heat on them. Flavor the pan for the shrimp that we're going to put in next, because this is shrimp and grits. All right, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm just going to take these and put them right into the sauce up here. Keep the same oil, and this is about half a dozen or more shrimp I'm going to put in. I'm going to let these cook, not all the way, like a minute each side, and then we're going to finish them in the sauce. You can see them turn a little opaque, so I'm going to turn them. Get a little flavor on them. Okay, I'm going to remove these from the heat, and I'm going to move our sauce that we made earlier. Stir in the andouille, and we're going to finish our shrimp right on top of the sauce. So we don't want to lose the shrimp, but do want to cover them in the sauce. Okay, these should be done in a minute or 2. So we'll come back and put it all together. And here is our recreation of Maxie's shrimp and grits, courtesy of Chef Jacob Schick. And I'm going to have a special guest doing the taste test with me. I've got one more thing to do. We have some andouille sausage that we're going to grill, get some grilled mustard, and that gets right on top. So we go downstairs and we're going to meet up with Dominic the Food Reviewer. And Dominic and I will taste this and we'll let you know how it goes. Hi, I'm Charlie from Cooking Secrets, and this is my friend Dominic the Food Reviewer.
I am Dominic the Food Reviewer. You are correct, my friend.
So, as you've seen in the video so far, we were at Maxie's. Dominic just had a great review posted online. You should check it out. What's your website?
DominiCeats.com as
DominicEats.com.
a website, and Facebook as Dominic the Food Reviewer.
So they're very interesting. So we just finished some last minute details of the shrimp and grits, which we're recreating. We were out on the grill. We grilled some shrimp. We have some andouille sausage that we're going to put on top of the shrimp and grits, and then we're going to taste it.
I'm super pumped up.
And this is my Dominic the Food Reviewer hat.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Right. So give us 1 minute to plate the shrimp and grits, and then we'll give it a taste test. All right, here we go. This is what Dominic and I have put together. So on top, you can see a grilled andouille sausage. You can see all the shrimps in there. And Dominic helped grill those today. Put a little Cajun seasoning on them. I think he's hungry. And then the grits underneath, yellow corn grits, which those of us who are Italian call polenta. But, so, napkin in your lap.
Let's do it.
All right. So Dominic is going to review how we did here. All right.
We're going to do it.
And since we just cooked these shrimp, I know they're going to be good. Well, I'm biased, so I like it, so.
it has a nice heat to it. And a nice tangy flavor to the grits. Which is my jam. The shrimp has the perfect amount of Cajun seasoning.
And they're very well done. You know why they're very well done? Because we worked as a team.
We worked as a team, as an adventure.
I have a little of the andouille sausage.
By working as a team.
Sausage is very good. So there's sausage, if you remember, the chef was telling us there was sausage in the sauce for the shrimp and grits. So there's also andouille sausage in the broth here. And the polenta, the yellow grits, I have a hard time calling them yellow grits since they're polenta. But that has a great taste to it. There's no cheese in it. It's just milk, salt and pepper, cream. It just comes together very well.
It mixes super well, and I enjoy the nice sizzling onto the meat, the protein, and it's like shaped into a triangle.
All right, so if you were going to review this on your website, what would you say?
Oh, it mixes super well. The Cajun seasoning especially. And it has that nice tangy flavor to the grits. And it's it's nice and creamy a little bit. Mm-hmm. I have to say.
Oh, I forgot. There's a lot of butter in there too.
Oh, it has the perfect amount of just the right and perfect amount of butter melted to this baby dish.
There's one thing I've learned as an adult throughout my life is there's no such thing as too much butter. So I prove that almost every time. Can I get a job at Maxie's?
Let's do it. Let's get careers or jobs at Maxie's.
We're gonna go over to Maxie's and see if they'll take us in to help make shrimp and grits, since that's what we do so well. So, Dominic, thank you so much for coming out today.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me, buddy.
It was great to see you. And we have to mention that Dominic's parents are here too. They didn't want to be on camera, and I don't blame them. We're having too much fun over here. So.
We're having such a blast and trying this dish that we recreated with my friend Charlie from the cooking.
Well, please check out Dominic's site, even if you don't live in Milwaukee. He is big time. He's got over 15,000 followers on Facebook and a newly launched website, DominicEats.com. Plus, you have a YouTube channel, and he's all over the place. So check out Dominic. As always, check out my channel, Cooking Secrets for Men. Appreciate everyone's support. Thanks so much for all your comments and likes. And as always, thanks for watching.
Thumbs up!